Welcome to Plastic Art Review. Let's go through the latest papers on body contouring surgery for the month of April. And we'll start off with a paper by Heather Furness, Francisco Canales, and colleagues, the excellent plastic surgeons from California, where they discuss the motivations behind women requesting labiaplasty procedures. Now, this is a prospective study on 50 patients requesting labiaplasty, in which they were giving a questionnaire assessing 11 physical and appearance-related symptoms associated with elongated labia. The conclusion is that most patients requesting labiaplasty experience both physical and appearance-related symptoms, with nearly all patients experiencing at least 4 symptoms. Now, the paper is excellently written. Both the introduction and discussion are wonderful in commenting all the different aspects related to the problems that women requesting labiaplasty have, and how there's been a problem in the gynecology community in accepting the fact that women requesting intervention in this area really do so because they have not only appearance-related problems, but definitely physical problems, and that the satisfaction after the procedure is really extremely high, noting how beneficial this procedure is for these patients. The discussion by Christine Hamori, an expert in this type of surgery, is also very worthwhile. And again, any surgeon performing labiaplasty should read the paper by Heather Furness, Francisco Canales, and colleagues, and of course the discussion by Hamori. Now moving on to ASJ, let's discuss the paper by Jamil Ahmad, Frank Lista, and colleagues from Canada on the featured operative technique which deals with the drainless abdominoplasty using barbed progressive tension sutures. The authors performed this procedure in over 500 patients, half of them also having a liposuction procedure and 80% of them having a diastasis repair. They used barbed OPDO sutures, which they claim take twice as long to resorb than normal resorbable sutures, and had only a 4% rate of seroma, which is of course extremely good. They argue that one of the key elements in order to achieve their good results is to leave the subfascial fat intact in their infraumbilical dissection. And the following paper also deals with the avoidance of drains in abdominoplasty. It's a meta-analysis and systematic review performed by Lebanese authors Samer Jabour and colleagues, and it investigates whether the addition of progressive tension sutures to drains reduces the incidence of seroma formation after abdominoplasty. They gathered 8 studies in which a group of patients with progressive tension sutures plus drains were compared to a group of patients with only drains, and other studies where a group of patients with progressive tension sutures and drains again were compared this time to a set of patients that only had progressive tension sutures. Now, in the first case, they showed that adding progressive tension sutures to drains versus drains alone decreased the seroma incidence and was actually much better. And in the other case, they showed no statistically significant differences between using only progressive tension sutures versus using progressive tension sutures plus drains, arguing in favor of doing progressive tension sutures alone without the need to include drains in abdominoplasty. They do comment that it takes on average 23 more minutes to include these progressive tension sutures. But again, this paper, along with the one from Jamil Ahmad and Frank Lista, perhaps argue in favor of only using progressive tension sutures without needing to include drains in our abdominoplasty procedures. And that's all for body contouring surgery for this month of April. I hope to see you all next month in Plastic Art Review. Thank you very much.